Another down and dirty, way amateur video. At least this time I'm not using my cell phone. Anyway, I bought a bunch of new mice and mices and spent all the time checking them out, and feel like it's going to be less a waste of time if I share it with someone. Okay, Explorer 3.0 from Microsoft, wired mouse. Been using this thing, this model forever, since they came out. Always liked it. Tried a bunch of mice back then. That's like late 90s, and yeah, I always liked this one the best. Pretty much have stayed with it all this time. Never had any trouble with them. Love these mice. But I thought, out with the old, in with the new, times are changing. So I went and bought some mice. And I think this is the first one I hooked up, was the wireless Logitech MX Performance. I think I got that right. Nice mouse, like quality, heavy, which I like for me. Back and forward buttons, which I use all the time. In a decent spot. Programmable. I mostly use back, so I even program the forward to back, so they're both back, which work kind of good for me. Good scroll wheel with notches or not notches on a button. I thought, I might be settled in on this just right off the bat. It just seemed like a great new mouse, and the wireless worked really good. And then ran into the fact that I'm I guess they call it a claw gripper. So I'll take and pick up the mouse a lot to reset it, and I always have a claw grip on it, and that makes these back and forward buttons really in a pretty good place. What it does is kind of puts my hand pretty far back behind the mouse, and I don't get good leverage on the left click, and it feels pretty hard to press. Like, I kind of need to be more over here. So if I was a palm mouser, probably a great mouse for me. So the left mouse click, of course, is one of the most important things. So yeah, as cool as this was, I moved on to try some more. So then I said, well, let's go all the way, and I got this Rat9. It's like 120, 130 bucks, something like that. Really adjustable. All these parts are for it. All these weights. It's neat. You could make it different weights. You can change the palm. There's 3 different palm rests, and you can also adjust the length of it to get your fingers in more or less the right place. Same with the sides. There's better reviews on this, but main thing, yeah, I've seen these reviews that go on and on 20 minutes about the features, but it's really, for me, that's nice and everything, but it comes down to how does it feel and how does it work. They all worked good, by the way, but the feel on this one, I really like the weight at first, and then as a claw gripper who picks up a lot to reset, it just started getting a little heavy for me, and I took all the weights out because you have the option to add them. Still wasn't quite working. Click didn't feel quite right. Yeah, I was kind of in love with this mouse for a little while, and then the more I used it, the more kind of clunky it got. So yeah, I thought, well, I'll come back to it. I might like it. Then I tried. This one's called. Yeah, this is the Razer, and people talk about these Razers a lot. Imperator, I don't know. And this is just a great mouse. This is all-around great mouse. More simple, like my old Microsoft Explorer 3. Buttons in all the right places. Everything works great. It's wired, but the wires, easier to deal with than the older mice wires. And yeah, just kind of generally like this thing quite a bit. Super light, even lighter than the Explorer. Very, very light. Which, didn't like at first, and kind of like the more I use it. It's kind of like Bose speakers. Might not impress you the first second, but the longer you run them, the more you like them. So this is a great mouse. I could use this forever and not notice and not have any complaints about it at all. But I thought I'd keep trying now that I was deep into this project. Got the Microsoft Sculpt wireless, because I like the Microsoft stuff through the years. But this shape which is very ergonomic for me, very comfortable, puts my hand really in a ball position, and just really like accuracy. Like, I like to do CAD all the time, and even just thumbing around the net, you know, browsing, it's just a funny position to get any accuracy, and I'm used to more of a, you know, fingertip pushing fine-tuned thing, not a, that's, you know, that obviously doesn't look like precision. So the precision thing is what got me on this mouse. Otherwise, you know, it works good. So there was that. Then I went to got the Corsair, because I getting, you know, all Corsaired out lately with my case and cooler and memory and everything. And this is a great mouse, also wired, but the wire's, you know, pretty easy to deal with. Works smooth and great. The left click and the wheel really where I want them for the claw grip that I use, and pretty nice. But these buttons on the side for back and forward, even though I reprogrammed a few different locations to try them different ways, never really got along with them. And then I thought, well, the wireless stuff didn't used to work that well, and now it works so good. I thought, you know, I'm not going to the new wireless technology and to keep the wires off my desk, and these buttons are bothering me. So I don't know, I was really thinking, you know, if I was gonna go wired, I'd probably go with the Razer Imperator, and probably the best one, and then, you know, it's most comfortable for me. But I was really just kind of gearing more back towards the Rat9, you know, going, this is super cool, it's all adjustable, impress my friends. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But the more I used it, the more I didn't like it. It kind of did remind me of speakers I've tested out, where the ones that kind of thump in the beginning and you think they're so cool, they get kind of tiresome. But the really quality Bose stuff, you know, might not impress you right off the bat, but the more you use it, the more you'll be impressed. But that kept me going. So then I went back, tried a Logitech again, even though the Performance MX Logitech left mouse click didn't work, and it's still Logitech, so might be doing the same thing, you know. I went ahead and gave it a try on the 602, the G602, and the click is totally different, works great, fits different in my hand. Back and forward buttons work perfect for me. It's wireless and has high resolution. I have a 32-inch monitor and high DPI, and I can't find anything wrong with it. And I've been using it, and it's light, but it has a little weight to it, not like the super cheap ones. And yeah, everything's where I want it. Works smooth. Kind of settled in on it. I wasn't expecting to after the MX Performance. I was expecting to go to probably the Rat9 or the Razer. Yeah, ended up liking the Logitech after all, the G602. All good mice. Like, what I noticed is, you know, using them in CAD and everything, I tried them all in CAD, is they're all, you know, have good smooth movement and good sensitivity, are all easy to use, and yeah, they're all good. Just this is the one. So, you know, I guess it is a personal preference thing, but just so I don't feel bad about spending all this time checking out mice, I thought I would post this terrible video, which I'm not holding my cell phone in my hand this time, but I'm holding my video camera in my hand. I didn't bother to run to the outside to get my tripod from my truck. I'm a bad person, and yeah, I'm holding my left hand, which has kind of gotten real full of lactic acid in my arm and kind of been shaking this whole time, but hopefully it's not as bad as the cell phone. I'm not sure. We'll find out. That's a wrap. I like the G602.